Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Three news stories for you. First one is from the Oromo region of Ethiopia, where Oromo Liberation Army has issued a new statement. A few days ago, Oromo Liberation Army announced a ban on transport services and ban on opening of markets. So 5 day ban, 5 day closure of roads. It came to an end, but some restrictions remained in place by the OLA, by the Oromo Liberation Army. So a new announcement by OLA today. Secondly, at least 14 people have been injured in clashes between Eritrean pro-government and opposition groups in Australia. And thirdly, Houthis are warning the US. Muhammad Ali Houthi, a senior leader, spokesperson of Houthi, just a few minutes ago warned UK and US. What did he say? Turkey spoke as well, opposing US and Western naval presence on the Red Sea. Firstly, viewers, Oromo Liberation Army has issued a statement today, a new statement. Earlier this month, we saw that Ola announced a 5 day ban on movement of vehicles and ban on opening of markets. So for 5 days, several main roads remained closed in Oromia. Roads leading from Oromia to the capital Addis Ababa, and roads leading from Oromia to other parts of Ethiopia, to the regions of Ethiopia, remained closed because Ola carried out attacks on vehicles which tried to violate this announcement made by the Oromo Liberation Army. And we saw that Oromia to Amhara, Oromia to BG, Oromia to Sidama, Oromia to Gambela, traffic came to a halt. Markets remained closed as well. And after 5 days, Ola lifted restrictions. Markets reopened. Ban on transport movement was lifted too. But Ola back then announced that restrictions would remain in place regarding movement of grains, etc., between Oromia and Addis Ababa, between Oromia and other parts of Ethiopia. But today, Oromo Liberation Army issued a new statement. It has lifted restrictions on movement of grains, movement of some food items, etc., between Oromia and Addis Ababa. Ola was trying to impose an economic siege on Addis Ababa, on Ethiopian government. And I said, if you remember, analyzing that 5 day ban, that it would be difficult for Ola to continue with this strategy because people would suffer. Food prices were going up, prices of basic food items going up. It was difficult for Ola to continue with the ban on transport and businesses for long. That is why Ola had to put an end to that strategy. And today's announcement by Ola has come after Ola faced public pressure. These armed groups have the strength. One of the strengths is their public support. If people start opposing Fano and Ola, it will be difficult for these groups to survive. That is why they want to ensure that majority of people don't hate them. Majority of people is not affected by their decisions. That is why Ola has so far lifted restrictions. Will it announce a new plan, a new strike? That remains to be seen. Though Ola showed very effectively that it was in a position to paralyze the Oromia region of Ethiopia to some extent. We cannot say that Ola paralyzed entire Oromia region, but people suffered when 5 day strike was announced. Almost all transport service was suspended and businesses were closed as well. So it seems that either Ola is giving a relief to Oromia people, and after a few days we could see a new announcement from the Liberation Army. Oromo Liberation Army has rescinded this new approach, and it does not want to go. It does not want to continue with these strikes and bans on movement of vehicles and businesses. So far, restrictions announced by Ola have been lifted today completely. Secondly, uh, a clash between two Eritrean groups, Brigade Nehamadu, opposition group, and pro-Eritrean government elements. I reported about that in live chat last night too. Now we've received more details about this clash. 14 people were injured in this attack. It happened in Melbourne. 10 were taken to a hospital. That means that they were seriously injured, or injuries were not mild or minor. So they were taken to hospital. Police has confirmed the clash. Police tried to prevent the clash. The pro-government community was organizing a program inside a fenced facility. Brigade Nam, the members reached the spot and they started their protest there outside the facility. And then fence was broken and clashes started between two sides. Videos are being shared from the area, from the spot, showing blood there. Broken fence, broken windows, blood on the ground. That is what happened in Melbourne between Brigade Hamido and pro-Eritrean government. Obviously, not the first clash between Brigade Nihamido and pro-government groups, but clashes are spreading now. Australia, it mainly started from Europe. So different clashes in Germany, in London too, then Canada, US, Israel, and now Australia. Across the world, these clashes are ongoing. The members have decided to use force to stop pro-Eritrean government programs. Though Brigade the members are facing the consequences of the strategy, in some countries they are facing criminal charges, like in Canada, but they are continuing with their strategy. And while it is becoming difficult to organize small programs by pro-Eritrean government community abroad, at the same time, I think those who have been opposing the entry of immigrants into their countries, they are now criticizing these protests. They say that the Eritreans are fighting their political war in Europe, in America, in Canada, in Australia, and people of these countries are suffering because whenever there is a clash in a locality, obviously traffic traffic flow is disturbed and life comes to a standstill. We saw that in Germany, in Gießen, when there was a clash between these Eritrean groups. There were attacks on police officials, traffic was suspended, traffic diversion were announced by police. So movement against the entry of immigrants into Europe, entry of refugees, especially into Europe, in other parts of the world, will gain pace if these clashes between Brigade Hamadu and pro-government community groups continue. Thirdly, viewers, the Houthis are warning US. Houthis of Yemen, backed by Iran, are attacking commercial ships that move through the Red Sea. Houthis are attacking these ships, which they say are affiliated with Israel. In response to Israel's attack on Gaza, Houthis are targeting these ships. US, UK, others have they are supporting Israel by intervening. They have sent their fleets of destroyers and frigates to the Red Sea, and they're trying to stop Houthis' attacks. The last 2 days, heavy airstrikes have been conducted by US and UK in Yemen on Houthi targets. In response to these strikes, a big protest was held in Sana'a yesterday. Tens of thousands attended the protest. They condemned US airstrikes, UK airstrikes on Yemen. And today, Muhammad Ali Houthi, the spokesperson of Houthi organization, issued a statement. He told US to go to its country. He told UK to leave Red Sea. He said, Red Sea is ours. And what we are doing, we're not hitting Florida. We're not hitting your beaches, your cities. We have every right to protect our waters. And he used the term Nazis for coalition of countries which are trying to stop Houthis from attacking commercial ships in the Red Sea. Tensions rising. This week we heard from Abdul Malik Houthi as well, top Houthi leader, condemning US strikes, US intervention, warning US that US should withdraw from the Red Sea. Meanwhile, Turkey criticized US and Western interference in the Red Sea, saying that this intervention is leading to bloodshed in the Red Sea. Let's see how this conflict is resolved. If Israel-Gaza war continues, it seems that Houthis will continue their attacks on ships. Gradually, Western world is getting involved in this war. Western world was involved in the war in Yemen indirectly. It supported Saudi-led coalition, but we have been seeing a fragile ceasefire in Yemen for several months now. Now there's a direct clash between Western powers, US and Houthis of Yemen, backed by Iran. Thanks for watching.